Hey everyone, Sam and Chris from Wyvern Kodiak here. Before we get started, like and subscribe, check out some of the other videos and content that we have on our channels. Thanks a lot. Hey everyone, Sam and Chris from Wyvern Kodiak, and we are here with a package, a mystery box. It's not a mystery, it's a couple of Kizer knives, but I figured that I never really unboxed, so why not be a little bit different this time, right? So I'm going to check out a couple of Kizers with you today and see what everybody thinks. So I have the Kizer Shrike and the Kizer Topsail here. We're pretty anxious to take a look at these things and check them out. So put one to the side here. Let's open these things up and check it out. Oh, lots and lots of packaging here, huh? Bear with me while my big old sausage fingers try to find their way through plastic.
Good luck.
Yeah. There we are. All right. There she is. Nice carbon fiber titanium bolsters on this. Cool backspacer. It's got some speed holes in it, right? So Chris, you can feel fast.
Yeah, I feel real fast with that.
And then a bolster lock, which if you look down here, it's actually a frame lock behind carbon fiber scales, but it's bolster lock-ish. And then we've got a nice titanium milled pocket clip. Got a couple points of jimping here. That's not really jimping, but they're going to call it jimping.
There's notches.
There's notches. Some thumb studs, flicking hole. Let's open her up. It's a tiny little thing, just so you know. I have double XL hands, so just you know, kind of a small knife. But let's see what we're at. Oh.
It opens fast.
It opens.
Speed holes work.
The reverse centrifugal force that it doesn't hold in any vacuum, it lets out the air out through the holes. Yeah, so it's a cool knife shape. I'm not even quite sure what to call that knife shape. It is a drop point Wharncliffe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funky. It's funky.
A worn foot.
A worn foot. So let's check some ergos here. So it's small, like I said. I mean, my pinky's almost falling off the back here. It's like a three finger, 3.5 finger knife, but it's got a nice spot right here on the back of the knife where your thumb goes and locks in here, and you can just really get down there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then it's got a nice choil right here. Now this is home for me right now. Where I can get in right here is you can see that my finger nestles right in there. My thumb locks in right here. And now I'm ready to open Amazon packages all day long. So really, really nice here. Let's choose some size comparisons real quick while we have this thing open. Use things that are familiar. So we're going to use a Demco 8020.5, and then we're going to use our Kizer drop bear. And as you can tell, it is smaller than both, and by a significant amount. The Kizer drop bear is not a big knife, so for that to be smaller than both is tells you where we're at here.
Sam, can you compare the thickness to that to each of the knives?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're thinner than the 8020.5, not by a ton, but it is definitely a little bit thinner
on the
blade stock.
On the blade stock, what about the handles?
On the handles, let's close this thing up here, and
it looks a little chunky to me. I just don't know if it is. Not bad.
So size comparison here. It's a little thicker. It's a little thicker than this one. And then as far as this goes, I mean, now the drop bear is thicker.
Yeah.
right? The drop bear is a thicker knife for sure on that, but that's a chunker. And then blade stock is very, very similar thickness as far as that goes. So you can see they're very, very similar there as far as blade stock goes. So
it is thin enough that you could slide that into your skinny jeans when you take the wife out on the town.
yeah, you won't see my big ass in skinny jeans, that's for sure. Overall on this is 6.4 inches. The blade is coming in at 2.74 inches, and then the weight on this is a 2.25 ounces. Interesting. So this double clutch is pretty bad right there, and I'll get to that in a couple minutes, but as you can tell, if you don't get past that detent, which is sat way back there, if you don't get past that detent ball, then you get hung up on it. See? So, but let's see, reverse flick, fine. It's a bit difficult for big hands. You kind of got to position yourself. I got to hang my fingers off of the pocket clip here in order to get myself some leverage. And then it flies open. Thumb studs were great when I opened it initially, and then it's just such a small knife. It's almost difficult to front flip for me. Yeah, it can be done. I think if I had smaller meat on my hands. There we go.
Can you get with your index finger?
Please don't stab yourself, Sam. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go and side roll it. So it is an interesting knife for sure. So let's pull out some test pants. Let's check the pocket clip retention and see what everybody thinks about that. So these are medium thickness jeans here. Nothing super thick, not super thin. Let's take a look at how these go in and out of the pocket. And I am met with resistance immediately right here. And I mean, I can get it over, and it's got good retention to stay in your pocket. It rides, I don't know,
decent,
½ inch out of the pocket, so nothing terrible. It's not standing super proud. It's definitely not a deep carry, but it's not terrible. But right there, I think that if this was in and out of the same pocket 100 times, it's going to start chopping up your seam over here. That's what I think is going to happen. So when we're looking at a pocket clip, and we'll take a look here this way, you can see that this ramp right here is not gradual. If you were to actually reverse the ramps on this pocket clip would probably be outstanding. But because it doesn't have this gradual swoop that comes up this way, and it just cuts in real fast and then hits, you know, the frame of the knife, you don't have anything to get tucked in there. So again, it's met with force. Okay, this is not easy to put in, but when you look in here, I mean, it's not impossible, but this isn't the greatest clip in the world. So that's the clip on this one. So we did ergos, we did overall reviews on this. This knife comes in S45VN. It is designed by Johan Jordan out of South Africa. And it has 3 variants to this knife. It has a rich light and tie, has this carbon fiber and titanium bolsters, and then it has like a black and gold DLC version, which is, it's not bad looking. I mean, they're a good looking knife, but they are going to be small for sure. This is more of a, I don't know that this would be for me, but you know, I can applaud the design on it. Couple things that I don't like on this knife. So first and foremost is this jimping right back here. I mean, I see what their purpose is, right? Get out there over here, but this doesn't do anything. There's nothing that locks me in there. There's nothing that does anything worthwhile for me on that jimping. And then the other thing is, if you are, excuse me, if you don't break detent completely and let that late detent get in play, you're going to double clutch real bad on this knife. Other than that, and a better pocket clip. The pocket clip could use some love there. Little small redesign, get a little bit more of a ramp there, and I think this pocket clip would probably work just fine. Other than that, it's a small knife from my hands, but I can definitely tell by the action on this knife that this knife would have absolutely no problems whatsoever for somebody with smaller hands. But for somebody with big meat sticks like mine, I don't know that this is the best option for me. So that is the Kizer Shrike.
Yeah, you know, I think that one is decent for somebody who wants premium materials at a mid-grade price. You know, it does have good materials. It is it's not overly expensive. It's a little pricey, but it's not overly expensive for the material that you have. But I also think that it's good for somebody that has maybe some restrictions in their area for knife sizes as well.
Yeah. If you're a state that's sub 3-inch blade requirements, that could definitely be something for you. And it's $180. Okay, so it's not a cheap knife, but it's not astronomically expensive either. So, and now we're looking at the Topsail. So the Kizer Topsail is something that I've actually wanted to take a look at for quite some time. I've always admired this knife since it came out, and I thought it was going to be bigger than this. So this did come in a little bit smaller than I had anticipated, but we'll check it out. I don't want to place judgment before I really kind of get into this thing a little bit. So again, titanium build here, beautiful crystallized tie on the inlays, on the back spacer, again on the lock side as well. Again, another bolster lock on this, which again is also a frame lock. As you can see, it's just inlays, but it's all one frame. Titanium clip. And this one is M390. This does have 4 variants on this. M390 for 2 of them, S45 for the other 2. So, very, very nice fit and finish on this though. Looks really nice. A lot heavier than the Shrike for sure. So let's open this one up. Oh, that was really nice action on this. Really, really nice action on this. Love the blade on this too. It's got a big belly, but on a nice subtle drop on this. So really, really good looking. And it is definitely bigger than the Shrike. It is a 4-finger knife. I am at my limit here with this, right? As far as this goes. I mean, if it was any smaller, it would be no good. But it absolutely fits in my hand here. And then it has this nice choil here. So again, this is home for me. I get up here and now I am locked in and I'm really, really loving this. Very, very nice. Some jimping here. You know what I'm going to say, right? You know what I'm going to say.
Oh,
there's not enough jimping.
It's not enough. How does it feel? Does your hand skate across it, or is it?
It's not bad jimping. It's not fantastic jimping. I mean, I want jimping. I want this aggressive. Yeah. Okay, like if I do this a bunch of times, I'll have no skin on my finger jimping. I love that kind of jimping.
In fairness, that's a knife built for refinement.
Yeah.
Versus the Demco that's made to.
Yeah, it's a workhorse.
Everything. Yeah.
So, but you know, I'm being nitpicky here.
Sure.
So, but this is not bad jimping. It is grippy jimping. I just wish that right here I had it out. Look, when you're doing jimping, I like to see the jimping go out to the flicking hole. Okay, at a minimum, that's where you want to be. I understand that this is, you know, not realistic to have jimping go almost all the way to the point in all cases, although some knives they do, and I do love those as well. But if you had it here, because right now, when I sit my hand back here, this is not a comfortable grip for me. This is a comfortable grip for me. So if I had jimping right here, it would be wonderful.
Yeah.
So beautiful, beautiful finish on this though. Comfortable. The ergos on this knife this way and this way are very comfortable. Action on this one, oh yeah, she drops, flies open.
That sounds and looks great.
Yeah, the sound on this thing, I mean, let me see if I can get close to the mic here.
Mechanical soul.
She has mechanical soul for sure.
What feeling does it have a good balance of snappy and smooth, or does it lean one way or over the other?
No, this has a very good balance of it. I mean, it is, you don't feel, it's not super gritty in the bearings. It is very, very, it's a nice drop, though I will say it dropped fast, right? I mean, you got to make sure your fingers are in the right place because it'll hit you in the choil here, which is where you want it to be. But if you were a little bit lower on there, you're going to catch the blade on your knuckle. But other than that, I mean, this thing is outstanding. It front flips so easy, too. It really does. It absolutely, whoop, that was my bad. It absolutely front flips very easily on this thing.
You know, every time you say it.
Yeah, I know, I do myself.
Yeah, tell me I'm not going to win the Powerball.
You're not going to win the Powerball. There you go. I wasn't looking, that's why. So, all in all, I mean, this thing is really, for a smaller knife, this is outstanding. Let's do some size comparisons real quick. So, we're looking again at the 80-20.5. We're looking at the drop bear, and that's really close to drop bear size. It's a little bit smaller than the 80-20.5. I probably guess it's half an inch so on that one, but it's a full size knife, but on the smaller side of full size.
Sam, it appears that the grip might be almost the center neck grip, but the ergos and how it fits in the hand looks like it probably rides almost like the 80-20 though, and probably a little bit better than the drop bear based upon the shape and the choil.
It's a little thicker. It's a little thicker. I will get to that in just a second, Chris. Sorry about that. I'm in the middle of doing this, and you know I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So it is a little thinner than the drop bear, not by much. It's got some thickness to this knife, but it's not uncomfortably thick. It's not uncomfortably thick. Now, as far as the handle goes, it does have a little bit of a flat spot here too. So if you're not going all the way into the choil, there is a little resting spot here too as well. So this is actually comfortable as well. And this is a little bit more comfortable for me to get purchase on that jimping as well. So you were talking about the handle. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was curious as when I was looking at them overhead.
Mm-hmm.
The handle looks like it's more conducive to great ergonomics and better control than the drop bear. And I love the drop bear. But what are your thoughts when you put each of them in hand? How does it compare?
Well, since I have them both here, the drop bear feels chunkier. It's definitely more in your hand. I feel like I'm holding a bigger, thicker knife, and I am holding a thicker knife for sure. But it feels chunkier, where the ergos on this have a little bit more grooves to it here. It's a little thinner than that handle, and because of the curve here, it does help me feel a little bit more locked in on this one than on the drop bear. Ergonomically, I would say this is superior, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like it's more versatile, if nothing else.
It definitely is, but I also think that the drop bear is an absolute classic.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love this thing. And this happens to be my daughter's favorite one with the crystallized tie version here. She gravitates towards this because it's pretty.
It's very interesting. I have two, and one of them is my daughter's, and she wanted it because it was a pretty green color, so we ordered one.
I have a second one as well. It's a button lock one, but it's not very. It's
not pretty.
There's nothing pretty about it. It's military green with a button lock. So let's check the pocket clip on this. This has a little bit more spring than the Shrike did. But again, before we even look at it, let's just take a look at from this side here. You can see that the ramp on this is really short on this one as well, and because of that, we may hit some resistance in here again with the pocket clip. So this one was a lot easier. I think the flexibility in this one gave it a little bit more room to go over. This one's not going to be a pocket chewer, and there's enough retention here where I can say confidently I'm not going to worry about losing my knife here. Same story as before. There's not a whole ton sticking up out of the pocket, so if you're looking for something low profile, if you're looking for something that's not going to be crazy, it's not quite deep carry, but it is certainly better than a lot of other knives that I've seen that would be standing out all the way up here. So this is an acceptable pocket clip. I think I would not be mad if I had this pocket clip at all. So I have very few things that I want to gripe on this knife about. Two things, and they kind of go hand in hand. And that is, I wish there was more jimping going this way. Just a little bit more. Double your jimping, and I would have been thrilled. And then the other thing is, right here, how come you didn't put the jimping over the top? It would make it so much better if there wasn't a smooth spot up here, because as you go up here, and don't get me wrong, you can get a really good flip off of this thing. Okay, I'm having no problems gripping it, but your natural progression of your finger is to roll it. And so if you get over the top and you do slip off of that jimping, having a little bit over the top right here, gosh, if they added another centimeter, 2 little jimps would have all been all it would have taken for it to be exactly what would be perfect for a flipper, in my opinion. Other than that, this knife just about has everything else buttoned up. I really, really enjoy this knife. Chris, what do you think on that?
I like it. I immediately go to how would I use it, and I would think really as an office carry, as a refined EDC. If I was carrying, I wouldn't use that in, not to say it's not capable, I just wouldn't use it in a very heavy duty environment. Yeah, to me it just it screams refinement and precision, and not wrecking ball.
That is fair. That is fair, and I don't disagree with you. This is not a hard use knife. This knife is intended to be good looking. It's definitely would do the job to open your boxes, your packages, and stuff like that. This is, I wouldn't be field dressing a deer or something with this thing, but at the same time, it is M390, and it is well built, and I wouldn't be surprised if you could.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'd love to hear what everybody thinks on this. Do you have a Topsail? Do you like the look on this thing? And do you have anything with crystal tie? I know that's starting to hit the market harder and harder. Almost every manufacturer seems to be putting out something with some crystal tie right now. So just be curious, do you have anything on that? Would love to hear from you on that.
And between these two knives, which one do you like better? Which one would would you add to your everyday carry?
Yeah, well, appreciate everybody's time. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.